Good afternoon. My name is Michael. First name Michael, last name ALPOUGH, and welcome to the ALPOUGH Show. Thank for anybody coming in right now, and those will be coming in later. Those will be listening months from now and years from now. Welcome. The information I have for you today is different. I'm always looking for different. I'm always looking for what the edge is on how to understand ourselves. And for me, I have to understand myself in order to help anybody understand themselves. So if I'm going to talk to you about a subject, I want to make sure I have the experience that goes behind it. And now, I'm not an astronaut, so I can't tell you what it's like to go up and to the top of the earth there, the sky or anything like that. I only stick to the things that I know, or I will bring in some type of expert here that will validate some things. Now, just there's so many things that's going on here that's getting ready to happen with the show, and I'm just really looking forward to the time. This is my 64th show. I've been doing 2 shows a day since April 1st, and I'm getting a lot of views, and I really appreciate everyone, but it's getting ready to even get bigger here. So today, let's get into the subject matter because it's going to be a little bit something you might not have heard, and it's a Sigma male. Okay. Now, I know that the end of the day is the here. I was breaking up, but I forgot to put one line in here, and that's the name of the show, which is why I am an observer. I am an observer. This is part of what I wanted to say actually first there, that I'm an observer. And what does that mean, for myself? And so I want, I've always looked into my personality. I've always, when I born, I'm a Gemini, 7, in human design, destiny cards. I mean, the Bible, there's so many things that have helped teach me to become the person that I am. And, the whole thing is, but somebody is the most thing you hear is that he's an alpha male. He's an alpha, and so in my own self, because of my kind of personality, I almost considered myself an alpha. And so it would seem that just because of my energy or the way I am, if you know me, it might come off as an alpha. But when I started studying this, one of the things, I'm just looking again. You see, I'm a spiritual warrior. That's my title that I give myself personally. If someone asks me, well, what are you? I say, I'm a spiritual warrior. Okay. So when I'm talking about this, being a Sigma male, I came upon this out of the blue. It was really, and it's been months, by the way, since I started looking into this. And so when I looked into the actual traits of an alpha, which I may discuss at another time on what an alpha male really is. All right. But when I came up to this, I realized that I was a Sigma male. Now, the Sigma male is literally less than 1% of all the men in the world. Less than 1% is a Sigma male. Now, personally, while that was kind of I guess, singled me out or whatever, singled these people out. You know, I think that there's more. And I think that it's younger people that there are more of them, I think, now. I could be wrong. Time always tells on whether or not you are a true Sigma male. All right. Now, I'm not going to get into a Sigma woman or anything like that. I'm really going to stick to, you know, really what I understand up until this moment about the Sigma male. So I want to give you, if you don't know what a Sigma male is, I'm sure you've probably met one, or you might be one. I don't know. But to understand what a Sigma male is, I want to give you some of the characteristics of a Sigma male. And so I'm giving you characteristics which are probably really deep down all of mine. Okay. So let's start with number one. Now, I did some stuff. I put some of my own, and I took some from what I really have been studying. So I want to start with something really that's real. Number one is guarded. A Sigma male is very guarded. We are open, but guarded. So this is why I've told you that when if you go by and you look at my shows, you'll see that when a thought comes to me, see, I'm an adult of my thought. I'm an adult of my mind. This is a Sigma male quality. Okay. So I'm an adult of my mind. So if somebody tells me something, I'm guarded in that I keep it in a lobby, so to speak, before I let it enter. So we're basically one thought at a time person, and that when they get clogged up where there's too many thoughts, we break it down to one thought at a time, one thing at a time. If you go back and you look at some of my videos, you'll say about one thing at a time. And so while a Sigma is, while a Sigma is guarded, he's also very open. Number two, loyalty is everything to a Sigma, because a Sigma personality, loyalty is everything. If you have a Sigma person as your friend, you really have a friend, and they are loyal to you. They don't gossip. Sigma males do not gossip. They keep things to themselves and only confront those who they have to deal with. So loyalty is everything. So if you get a Sigma, you find a Sigma friend, you really have a Sigma friend, okay? Number three, which is probably the opposite, is while loyalty is everything, betrayal is the worst thing that someone can do to a Sigma. And they take betrayal very, very seriously because of the effort that they put into being your friend, being your son, being your coworker. They take that very serious. Now, I've been betrayed very, very bad. And believe me, I take it serious. I really do. Because when you give that effort, you know, the emotional, the action, you know, action speaks louder than words. The Sigma will only believes in action. Nothing else matters is what is behind the words that you put the intent on. So betrayal is one of the things that literally is one of the hardest things for a Sigma to get over. And so everybody knows me. I'm a loyal friend. I'm a loyal son. I'm a loyal brother. You know me. I don't have anything. Anybody who knows me knows who I am. Okay. But betrayal is one of the things. It's a big, huge thing that matters to a Sigma. Now, number 4, Sigma, he loves to be being alone, but he values other people. This is definitely me. I'm always, anybody knows me, I can walk in anywhere by myself. I don't mind. I've always been someone who loves people, but at the same time, I have no problems walking in anywhere by myself. Have never had. Okay. Unless you're walking into a hostile situation, then you really want to have the ones who are loyal. You expecting that to have your friends there with you. Treats everyone the same. A Sigma person talks to the person who's not popular, or in even the person who is the most. He wants everyone to feel good, in other words. He doesn't need to go and suck up to just the top people. He loves to bring, and he speaks to everyone. And I think that's always been my trait, always. Because, I went through a lot of trauma in my life, and through that trauma, coming out on the other side was being more sensitive to other people. And I really think that that's the most important thing. I have always adopted, like, for example, at Burning Man, I would always take the time for the people who this is just their first time. And I really take them under my wing and help them with the wisdom on how to deal with Burning Man. So for me, all the young people would show up at my tent at Burning Man. And that's how you remember me. Number 6, understands the importance of silence. Understands the importance of silence. You see, silence can be just as much as a tool as communication. Sometimes being silent is the best thing for a Sigma, because if he doesn't have his emotions or his thought in a correct place, when he says it, he's thought it out. So a Sigma will express himself when the time comes. And for him to not be in control of his thought and his speech is one of the things that is what he values the most. Number 7, man of few words. Okay, now I know I talk and I do this for my show, but as you know, I'm a man of few words. What do I always say to you? Few words. An adult of your mind, an adult of your thought. You are what you think about. I am an observer. Take it one thing at a time. See, these are the words that I say to keep it simple when I'm helping someone out, or we're just having a conversation in order for them to understand me without having to do the ramble. I don't need to ramble. A Sigma, while he likes to communicate, he doesn't like to necessarily to just ramble to hear his words so that they have just to be speaking. And, to get into some of the other qualities of of the males, this is one of the things that is kind of unique about Sigma. So number 8, hates living life safely. Oh man, you could put that really at the top of the list for every Sigma. Absolutely not. Living life safely is boring. Is boring. BRING. We always constantly need stimulation. This is why I'm always open to new things. That is what defines me, is the fact that I'm flexible and open to new things. That's the way I am. Okay. Number 9, a Sigma is incredibly self-aware. Always aware of his surroundings. Always aware of what he feels about something. A Sigma has his thoughts organized, and if he doesn't, he will go silent so that he can form the proper words to express himself. But if he doesn't have the words, he will tell you, let me think about that. I don't want to respond to that at this time. Because for him to lose control of his self-awareness is not the picture that he wants painted with other people. So while a Sigma can be at the front of the room, on the stage, a Sigma can also sit in the back corner, silent. He might even understand that he's better than that person on that stage. But he gives the respect because they may have something to share to him. Why? Because he's a master of his own fate. And that goes into number 10. A master understands many sides. And in order for a Sigma to be the master of his fate, that means he has to work late in order to be great. So I would say he could be late. Give me a break. So anyway, so he's a master of his own fate, and it's very important that he knows what the next step is, yet at the same time, he knows he's not here to play it safe. Roll the dice, baby. Only he's in the hand. He is the dice. He doesn't need that outside thing. He rolls himself. He's master of his own fate. Number 11, hard to understand. Well, that's me. Believe me, that's me. I'm very hard to understand because I know that I'm very unique. And so that I always know coming into any relationship, anything, that I will be, I'm not the easiest person. Okay. Tracy, my wife, says, yeah, she'll verify that. And she knows me better than anybody, but yeah, she'll verify that. So hard to understand. It's not in a bad way. I actually think it's in a good way because it means can't quite figure me out. you'll have to hang around a little bit longer, Tracy. So, okay, so here we go here. Also loyal to their friends. All right. Now, again, I brought this up earlier, but for me, being loyal to the people who are your friends are everything. So when this is another reason why to have a friend like a Sigma, you really do have a friend. Okay. Until you betray them. And a Sigma does not take betrayal lightly. That is absolutely true. I think it's also hard for Sigmas to forgive. It depends on the thing. Little things really don't bother a Sigma. Little things. We know people make mistakes, including us. So we don't. It's not little things, but it is. If it's a big thing, then it's really, really huge. So having a friend like a Sigma is pretty much, it's a double-edged sword in the sense that they give it all, but the only thing they ask is do not betray them. Pretty simple. Because what you're going to get is from a Sigma is honesty. Honesty. And honesty is really hard these days. It's a hard trait to live up to, being honest with people. And I really think that we all should be honest. You can't expect people that going to live like you. You see, you can't. You don't want that to be. Okay. And also a Sigma is a silent leader, and never quits. Never. It's just not in it's just not in your psyche. Okay. Now, a silent leader, what does that mean? It means that even if you know even better what to do with something, when someone is a leader, then you know how to be a team player. You know how to let someone lead without pushing your personality onto them. See, it's hard for an alpha to be a team player. It just is. If you've met alphas, they're very hard to be team players. They want to be the one up front. They want to be the one who's gregarious. Well, a Sigma can do both. And that's what the mystery of and the clash between a Sigma and an alpha. So if there's one thing about the two personalities, is that the Sigma and the alpha can butt heads. Now, a Sigma knows how to back off from an alpha. But it depends on a situation. So if the alpha is in the lead, then the Sigma knows how to be the team player. If the Sigma is in the lead, well, the alpha wants to dominate every scene. And so they will try to usurp the Sigma. And that's a mistake. Because a Sigma don't get backed into a corner. The silent leader of him comes out. So backing a Sigma into a corner is definitely not something that he wants to be put in, because then he'll do that old adage that I do from a line from James Brown. I may not know karate, but I knows crazy. So with that said, I'm going to end here for now. I'm just not touching on the subject. I could go on this for another hour, but I'm going to do another show on this again. But I'll be back on at 6:15 this evening, and we will continue what my next topic is. I have so many that it's hard to, pick it sometimes. And I have 5 subjects I want to talk about on the 6:15 show, but I have to see which one pops out. So ALPOUGH, that's me. Now you know the mystery. You get it? We'll see you 6:15 Pacific time.